And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is grassDaut against NHN. This is a home map of NHN, and they did pick Team Acropolis. All three players starting very close together here. And on the other side, we have our Tyrant players here. And with me will be willworkforicecream. Welcome, mate.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Really excited about this matchup.
Okay, so we have pick hidden civilization, and you're not allowed to pick the same civilizations in the best of 5 series. What do you think about the picks from both teams here? We are starting with NHN going for Spanish, Mongols, and Persian, so 3 times bloodlines.
Yeah, I'd say really strong civilizations on them should really help out on this one because, with Acropolis, these hills a lot harder, to pull off that wall. So, especially with the walls being moved to the other edge. So, with the aggression coming in fast, I think having 3 really strong cavalry civs might pay off for him.
Yeah, but we have Mayans for the Viper, so they think, okay, triple scouts is not really necessary. If we have one guy maybe defending with archers, and actually we can see Slam not building a stable, the Viper not building an archery range, so at the moment it's DaUt with scouts only, and on the other side we have double stable and archery range, so NHN playing it a bit more aggressive, and the Tyrants are playing it a bit more boomish.
Yeah, and we'll see how much that practice is going to come in because, like you said, they do have 15, military out on the field right now, which definitely could put a pretty big cripple into the Tyrant team, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay, scouts are coming up. Sherlock Burke here with all his scouts. DaUt is trying to put up some aggression, now going for a 6 scout. No kills so far. All the players trying to go for their boars, except maybe the Mongols. That's going very heavily onto archers. Trying to get some walls out. Might even be housed here for a bit. And Bullet is not going for his boars just yet. This was a mega random start, so we did start with 2 scouts, as you can see, the 2 eagles. And DaUt is now going for bloodlines and is trying to go in. Let's see if Burke can finish his walls. He's going towards the wrong direction. Oh, that actually was open here. Probably not having Pussywood. And yeah, first kill for DaUt.
So yeah, it's got to be so hard to pull this off because you're trying to get your economy kind of kick-started, especially with these unorthodox settings. But you also have to have the scout micro going on. So I wouldn't be surprised, if it gets a little bit sloppy. But if NHN can pull off this team wall, I think that'll work out really well for him because these scouts are doing some work in there.
And DaUt is now taking the engagement. It is bloodlines against no bloodlines, therefore DaUt is taking a reasonable engagement. I think he was outnumbered by 1 and he got all the villagers and is getting the scouts. Look at that, 7-3 kill stats here. Might even get that other villager as well. Nice micro here. Microing back. This scout will most likely die, but the villager in exchange as well. And look at that, we have 12 villagers for Burke and 17 for DaUt, so that's a huge advantage. DaUt now going for the wood upgrade as well, and that's a great start here for our Tyrants.
Yeah, it's really strong. I mean, they being NHN, throwing out a couple archers, just playing a very defensive game now like they have to, which is not ideal. And as they're doing that, the scouts are coming in from Slam, so there's just no rest for these guys.
Yeah, all of them going for armies, so they kind of have something for defense, but yeah, trying to go for walls, feeling safe, and then having holds is obviously, the most ugly type of holds.
Yeah, just a very difficult map to wall up, and very difficult players to be playing against.
And it's even multiple holds, like they can get through blue, they can still get through the south. Purple is not walled at the front, not at the side, and not 100% sure. It feels like, Slam is a bit more bulletproof there and got nicer walls up. And Sticky Fingers still with 0-0 at this very point. Didn't get a single kill out.
So, which is weird with how many archers he has, just walking around.
And he could have helped out so much here with the fights, and it wasn't the longest distance. Like the TCs are so close to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was just poor team play.
I was wondering why Bullet wasn't taking either of those boar that he has, but Sticky just ran up and he grabbed both of those.
Yeah.
So, you know, that Mongol bonus should really be going to town with those 4 boar.
Ah, sweet stuff. And I thought he would maybe even sending some sheep over. That would have been nice. And now the wall seems to be pretty nicely done. At least Daut is still open. He's going up for a wheelbarrow. He's going for the market. No blacksmith. That's untypical. And the Viper, look at his stone count. He will go for plumed archers, as it seems.
Which does make a lot of sense. I mean, I'm wondering if we'll really see kind of these 2 teams kind of resource share, since they can't really sling one player up and then, you know, just really have them try to be the hammer and come down on the other team. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, indeed. Sticky Fingers now clicked up to Castle Age with all his archers. Why is he... It feels so weird. He's now 1-0. But Slam is 1-0 as well. So, and the other guys are 10-6, 6-10, really fighting in this game, but they want to chill it out. And what I'm missing of Sticky Fingers is really the blacksmith. Or he has a blacksmith, but the blacksmith upgrades. And I think he should be out on the map as well now.
Let's say with that massive hopefully soon to be crossbows, it seems like you do need to get while the getting is good. They're not really doing a whole lot of good where they are, so now that we do see them going forward, see some good things out of them, hopefully.
And Slam is going back. So, yeah, as you said, Bullet is buying them so much time. They know that the aggression could do something. At the same time, they have a nice defensive wood spot here. That's actually very good for the Tyrants. Normally, you run out of wood, and therefore you need to expand to the sides. But the Tyrants, yeah, I could be 2.4k as well if I always have safe wood in my back.
I'll say, it does seem like it is those... Viper map hacks working out really well for him. There's so much wood back there.
So all 3 Tyrants on the way to Castle Age. We have Bullet and Sticky or Sherlock Burke not on the way to Castle Age just yet. Without going for gold mining, I think he will add a second stable soon. I want to see him mass knights. Maybe Slam more the boom approach, and the Viper going for plumed archers. At least that's what we're kind of expecting. But Sticky Fingers is now pushing in, and that's a lot of army. Let's compare armies. It's 5 compared to 29. So at the moment, I think Sticky Fingers, if he's splitting correctly and if he's taking the right engagement, he can do a lot of damage.
So yeah, if he can capitalize on this, it should be looking good for him. Especially where none of the Tyrants are quite yet in the Castle Age, so they can't throw up, you know, that defensive siege workshop. I'd say these crossbows could do really well as long as they don't all meet an unfortunate mangonel accident. So,
yeah,
they really need to get while the getting is good for these guys.
Yeah, Daut won't be going for strong knights because he doesn't have his blacksmith upgrade just yet. Whereas the Viper going with his castle very much on the front, so his gold, stone and wood is exposed as well. Sticky Fingers not doing the damage like he wants to. Slam now going for everything to clear it up. Let's take a look. He is too stable, so he might take the fight. And nice usage of the scout here by Sticky Fingers. And a lot of villages of the Viper might die.
And denying that TC, which is super nice.
Yeah, I think that should have been the task of Bullet, to get those villagers and the crossbows more into the area where it hurts even stronger. Let's take a look. Sherlock Burke and Bullet are on the way to Castle Age. Maybe they could go for full knights here. I think they could do some damage.
Yeah, like this massive crossbows, you know, has to be respected right now. The scouts are working well with them. It would be nice to see them really get in there.
Indeed, and yeah, he's pushing further and further. Left one scout close to the TC, and he will get more votes. The Viper's doing a great job of actually evacuating, but he will lose villagers guaranteed. And now suddenly it's the first time I think we have NHN in the lead when it comes to villager count.
Yeah, it's looking good. I mean, you know, with Sticky on the board, you know, we were kind of poking at him a little bit, not having any kills so far. He's looking good now. The kind of that score is switching up and down, so it's going all right for now. But we really have to
for
worry.
Slam now, and Viper's there. Nice team play by all the Tyrants being there, trying to clear it up, and it feels like Sticky Fingers now focusing on the Plumed Archers, not on the Knights anymore, because they have +2, like we said before. And yeah, this is a nice clear up by the Tyrants. Let's try to look. Villager count looks pretty even. Military count pretty much reset. So the Viper with his nice tech for the Castle Age looks to reign supreme.
Yeah, which is always concerning. The longer a game goes on, you know, the more dangerous the Tyrant players are. So hopefully these guys will be ready for the counterattack that's about to come back in.
Yeah, let's see. Plumed Archer is pretty nice. Slam now trying to expand a bit, trying to zone out the area. And we have Sherlock Burke and Bullet both going for Knights, but only +0, +1. And Sticky Fingers is absolutely unprotected in no man's land. So I'm not really sure if that's the best option. DaUt going for +2 defense as well. Oh, Sticky Fingers only now doing the Feudal Age upgrades. That's a bit late.
Yeah, a little late. A little better than what I usually pull off. So better late than never on those ones. So
yeah, but you're not starting.
Looks like Sticky might be able to deny another TC with these crossbows if he sees it.
Ooh.
So DaUt just sending out.
And if he's not showing himself too early, he might get all of them. Let's take a look. Whoops. A pause.
A little bit of a pause is what it's looking like. I was about to ask when, you know, we are going to see people coming down off of their high perches to get the oh man, that Tyrant map though in the back, they've got really good wood, a nice little gold pile back there. Okay, there we go.
That's a lot of villagers dying for sure, even Blue Knights coming in. And yeah, maybe 2-3 villagers might get home, but maybe none of them. Bullet now coming in as well, and that puts DaUt to maybe 27 villagers here.
Yeah, not bad. Really good timing by NHN on that one. But, you know, saying that, we do now have the Viper starting his offensive pressure with, you know, just about 8 plumed archers, about 16 plumed archers for anybody else. See how it goes. Yeah, so true. And Sticky Fingers, if he had like 12 expos at home, or maybe even 8 would do it with having the +2, they could defend, but at the moment he has everything at the front. And actually, the Monk defense against plumed archers is something you don't see too often, but that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
So at least he got a conversion out of it.
Yeah. So everything now thrown again to save DaUt. Slam is coming with everything, but nice team play of NHN here as well, and we don't see them chatting, so I'm pretty happy that they're in TeamSpeak as well.
Yeah, I'll say a good team. I think I would take over a bunch of good players any day, so I'm excited that these guys are playing so well together.
Yeah. And yeah, everyone at the moment fighting at this very screen here, but it's looking a bit better for the Tyrants, obviously having the shorter reinforcement lines, having the better upgrades, and just in general the plumed archer is just superior to the crossbowman.
Yeah, especially with Viper now putting down a second castle there in the front, trying to really give DaUt something to hide behind.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful positioning. DaUt can farm a lot, can go for stone. It kind of protects his gold as well. Is he repositioning it? Oh yeah, he's putting it more further down to control more of the middle woods. That's interesting.
Oh yeah. So I guess they're feeling a little more confident now that they've got a lot of knights coming out, all the plumes coming out. So they might as well get, you know, that map control while they can.
Okay, so Bullet and Berg now both going and put DCs down. Viper now going for wheelbarrow, has botkin as well, and it feels like slowly the Tyrants are playing out their advantages. A lot of outposts here for Slam to see what's going on.
Yeah, these plumed archers still just being a menace from the Viper. He's picked off about 3 knights and a little bit of harassment of a TC right there.
How is that even possible?
Well, yeah, like it doesn't seem like it should be.
Yeah, I can really hear the pain in your voice.
It's just that, like, he's been awake so long, so I'm thinking to myself, maybe he won't be able to make, you know, the kind of use of units that he always does, but, you know, just a machine.
Yeah, he absolutely is. But no, all the plume dodgers finally cleared up, but yeah, another group of 20 plume dodgers coming in here. And trying to seek an engagement against Burke, who still is missing +2 defense. That's really bad. Fighting against Stout and the Viper here with plume dodgers. He might need to request some help. Some crossbows coming in. I think Sticky Fingers maybe should switch into a boom, but he in the pocket position is only booming in on their, like, don't want to say main island, but like on their plateau.
So yeah, I don't know. Having to take a fight under a TC against, you know, that many knights and that many plumes, not super looking good for him.
Viper misclicking here, Burke. I think that's a reasonable engagement, but now Doubt, Slam, and the Viper actually knocking at his door here. The TC with more HP absolutely helping out here. And now Bullet and Fingers are coming. They have the hill advantage. Defense upgrades for Sticky Fingers and the Viper and Ballistics as well. Let's take a look how the engagement is going. I think that's a better fight for the Tyrants, having the hill there, but they want to retreat, thinking that the numbers of knights are just so much better for our NHA player, and yeah, they're defending.
Yeah, I'm glad that they managed to push that away. You know, Viper dropping another TC really far forward on that gold. You know, just kind of securing all of that map control. So, I don't know, the longer this goes, I think the sketchier it's gonna get for this other team.
Okay, Slam now clicking up to PLH, already has the castle up, is going for Monastery to pick up those nice relics. And yeah, then we might see Mango Dice coming up, and poof, Imperial Mango Dice, Elite Mango Dice against players who are just thinking about, okay, how do you expand my army here to get a lot of castle age out? It will be super tough for them, and at the same time the Viper is still annoying with all his plumed archers. I think he is missing ballistics as well.
Yeah, missing a lot of shots there. Like, it looked like it was going to do a lot more damage than, like, what, 2 villager kills on that one.
Yeah, but realizing that, now going for ballistics. I think he even bought some wood there. He's buying stone now, so another forward castle, the third one for him.
Yeah, well, he's got 1k gold in the bank, so he can kind of afford to try to balance things out a little bit.
That will be a big engagement if the Tyrants want to take it. I think they want to retreat, though. Yeah, indeed. Like, why would you ever take an engagement here, the Viper, against the hill? They see they're outnumbered. It's twice full knights and crossbows against the opium dodgers and some knights. So just fall back and yeah, go for all the attack. Bullet now at the same time going for Imperial Age as well. So we might see him with full Spanish Paladins. Let's see, they didn't set up the trade at all. We have Slam already with 2 markets, and that's a beautiful map to trade on.
Yeah, it should work out really well for him, especially where they've pushed so far forward with Viper and his castles and his TCs. You know, they've got a lot of room to work with before people get to the trade lines.
Well, the Viper now on the way to Imperial Age. And boy, has he a lot of plumed archers. Let's take a look. 50 even. So that can't even really engage this with like, okay, I have 20 knights. I will just throw it at you. And yeah, that's not going to really happen against this amount of plumed archers here.
So yeah, kind of the saving grace so far is Doubt, you know, just kind of sitting back, really booming up. He's got kind of nothing out of the field. I haven't really seen anything out of him so far. But once he gets into this game, things could get pretty sketchy pretty quick.
Yeah, he is now the leader of Wilds there with 118. And we'll pick up to Imperial Age pretty soon, I reckon. And yeah, it was all set down after he lost so many villages at his first like expansion TC attempt. And yeah, the Viper and Slam are buying him enough time, and you can see Berg now, yeah, getting raided in very sensitive areas here. A lot of farmers there, needs to send a lot of villagers into CCs, and let's see, Sticky Fingers now on the way to Imperial Age as well. But do I see him getting onto a lot of castles with Mango Dice? In the long run, yes. At the moment, no.
Yeah, we see a kind of a lot of plumed archers running back from the Viper to take care of a decent amount of knights that are in his eco.
And they got some sweet villager kills for sure. The
Yeah.
Viper, the lowest with 75 villagers. Now down on the way to Imperial Age, like we said, so the only guys missing are actually grassDaut. Everyone on the way to Imperial Age pretty soon. Yeah, or on the way to Imperial Age, or is in Imperial Age. We need Mango Dice, soon to be having all the upgrades. We can see chemistry now, so we're only missing Pectin Tactics, maybe Thumbring. And Sticky Fingers. I don't like that he's so slow with his castles. That's his first castle here. And they will fight a long time Mango Dice against no Mango Dice.
So not a situation that we would really like to see ourselves in, where, you know, you've got two Mongol players going up against each other and one is just barely getting his castle out.
Viper now pushing with all his amount. Now elite plumed archers, and they are in a very nice area. Nice positioning. I don't see how, yeah, any amount of knights can do something. And even if they go for some mangonauts, elite plumed archers are pretty good against Castle Age mangonauts. Sherlock Berg, he was the guy missing and now going to Imperial Age. And therefore, yeah, he just needs to buy time. Let's see, maybe some Mangonauts shot here, but whoops. Yeah, that's 8 range against, I think Mangonaut has 7 range, right? So that really isn't fun for the player in Castle Age. Oh, getting somewhat of a reasonable engagement now.
Yeah, we're starting to see a pretty big wall-off attempt coming in from Slam, too. To deal with, I guess, that one super far forward stable from Bullet, which I'm not sure what he's even, how much he's building out of there.
So it seems like the Viper dropped, and yeah, will be this small pause as it seems. A lot of people are coming from the Viper stream.
Yeah.
You did see the last 2 minutes as well, again, the spec delay, and now we will have to wait for him as well. Yeah, Viper stream died it, so I think that's not 24 hours then.
Nope, he's got to start over then.
Yeah.
Those are the rules, so
yeah,
let's see how it goes. Look at this, though. Bullet has made a single wall segment right up there by Slams, just so he can't, you know, make that perfect wall. He's going to either have to build, you know, 2 segments in front of it or 2 segments behind it.
And you could have done anything there. Like a house could do it, a palisade wall, but a stone wall that even feels like it's too costly investment for that move.
Oh man.
Okay, so what does NHA need to do now to stay in this game and keep their chances of getting into the long Imperial Age fight alive.
Ooh. You said, like, when your goal is to get into a long Imperial Age fight with this Tyrant team, you know you're in trouble, but I'd like to see kind of one player just really focusing on raiding, almost like Bullet is doing, while the other two can kind of mass up. So if one can kind of get in there and just be a nuisance, it might buy the other the time to really forge up like a hammer blow that can come down and do some real damage.
Well, they have the Spanish trade, so it's not the end of the world to play in a late Imperial against them. They have 2 Paladins, they have Mangolites as well, so it absolutely is an option, but Blue is just losing so many villagers here. He is now down to 105 when he was up to 120 before, and now he's expanding towards the base of the Tyrants, so those villagers won't give him too much eco here. Oh boy.
And he's throwing down that forward siege workshop with that one villager that's been up there just causing havoc. So he seems kind of determined not to let this wall go up quite as easy as they'd been hoping. But look at this, like Viper's line of castles, just like all the way down from their Acropolis to the next. You know, he's dropping it basically right on on Burke's front door. So, man.
Yeah, that's funny. And actually, I like how Slam is walling behind and in front of the walls. It looks so weird of the block walls of Bullet.
It really does.
Viper now coming in. Let's take a look. We can see Paladins of Bullet, Paladins for Doubt as well, and Cavaliers here for Burke, who really is struggling to take any good engagements against Viper alone, but now Slam is pushing in as well. Take a look. What is Burke doing? He sees, okay, 60 plumed archers. I better engage with my 5 Cavaliers before 40 Mangolites are coming in.
I'll say, you really got to feel bad for him, because, you know, now Doubt is here. You know, he's just a stone's throw away from having Paladins.
If you have small kids at home, close their eyes.
Yeah. He's got 50 Cavalier in his base. He's got the Viper on one side, the Viper with the Trebuchet behind a castle on the other. Just really a tight spot for him.
And if those plumed archers weren't enough, look at now he's trying to get a castle up here, and that won't happen.
Yeah, like it. Just really not a good spot for him. You know, he has a small number of unupgraded, you know, Mangudai or elite Mangudai from Sticky in there. Where basically the heaviest hitters, unit-wise in the game, are kind of all just on his front door.
It's Bullet and Fingers now trying to stay back to take one final engagement, but they're so surrounded. Where should they engage? Left-hand side, the south, the right-hand side? It feels so tough. Now they decided to go for the left-hand side, but that leaves Sticky Fingers a bit exposed. Paladins even more from Doubt coming in. I think they're going for the final blow. Slam is going in with all these elite Mangolites as well. Viper's realizing, I don't want to miss this party. He's doing everything at the left-hand side, but the right-hand side killing is enough to force a GG out of NHN. And that was a very entertaining game, I have to say.
Yeah, I was good to see that, like, early pressure from NHN coming in, and then just kind of the slow, steady, you know, methodical. You know, we don't need to really rush this. Just play our game. Play coming in from the grassDaut team.
Well, entertaining game. Slam, by the way, I think. Oh no, he did a second layer. So yeah, that's a Tyrant Acropolis waltz for you.
Yeah, he almost almost got those up. You know, late game, I'm sure those would have really paid off for him if the trade had ever really got set up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not true. There's one trade card out from Bullet starting up that Spanish trade. So.
Checking.
I'm not sure where it was
resources.
Going, but
that's good. 94 largest army for the Viper. Ay, ay, ay. And let's update the scoreboard.